hit a button. Oh.
There we go. So
it's
we are recording. Yeah.
Is this live?
Yes, this is live now.
Oh, snap.
So I will have to get your Facebook because I'm currently kicked off right now.
Why are you kicked off?
Because Facebook and I just don't get along. So I'm very well at what do you want to call it? Ignoring people and their stupid comments.
Yeah.
But my friend, she was like, "Oh, I'm about to start an OnlyFans page." And first of all, never mind on that. Secondly, I just said I
don't know what that means. I could take that so many different ways.
I'm trying to tell you, stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. Man, I'm not messing with you.
Ready. Okay,
I'm not messing with you.
I'm ready. Come on.
All I said was, I will kick your butt. That's it.
Okay.
And Facebook banned me for a hot 30. A hot 30. So
did they say it was like discrimination? Or
they said it just goes against the Facebook social rules or whatever the fuck that means.
They don't have rules.
Mark Fuckenberg.
They don't have rules.
That dude, man, I'm so mad. Because like I do a lot through Facebook, my business, my podcast. And it just doesn't make sense that I'm kicked off of Facebook.
They kicked you out fast and they kicked out Donald Trump.
I'm trying to tell you. And I guess nothing, right? I guess nothing. Listen. Okay, let's get this started real quick. I'm gonna get in. Hey, listen, all aboard! Welcome to the boat. This is your Captain RJ with Always Forward Media Productions, the podcast with conversations about real life events and problems, all fueled by whiskey. You are moments away from hearing the newest episode of Black of All Trades, so please subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcast from. Also, follow me on Instagram and Facebook at boat_314 and my personal IG at rdunn1985 and on Facebook at rjdunn. And if you're an animal lover, you can follow my pup Stormy at STORMI_DA_PITTE. That is pronounced Stormy the Pity. That is my favorite girl. So now pour yourself a cold or warm glass of whiskey and let's enjoy the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's that should be working. Oh, that is not it. What the hell just happened? That was you hear that? Oh my God. They done changed this board up on me and I do not know anything about this now. So this is going to be pretty cut and dry.
That's funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Miss Mellissa to my podcast, to this episode here. We can't give her a round of applause because
we don't know what button it is.
Yeah, it went. Look, that's a lighter. Look, I don't even know. Wait, they changed the keyboard around. No round of applause. Look, no. Yep, let's see what this. Okay, that's setting the ambiance. That's a whole mood. That's a whole vibe. You ain't doing nothing but laying on the couch smoking right here with this.
Or drinking.
I'm drinking, you know what I'm saying? Just you and your queen, y'all just chilling. Look, that's a whole vibe. I kind of want that on a playlist now, just in repeat, just on that rotation. Like, wow. I mean, come on now, tell me that's something.
Wow.
Man, that's something. That'll set a whole mood.
Wow.
I love it. I got to get this. I don't know. Yeah, I got to get that.
Okay.
I got to get that. That's that deal. That's the deal. Oh, God.
We've been clouded all evening.
All evening. And I just met you.
Just met each other.
Just met you.
Been clowning.
Wow. So, Miss Mellissa, will you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. My name's Mellissa Webb. I am a licensed professional counselor here in the state of Missouri and in Georgia. I have my own business called what is it called? Purposeful Counseling.
Okay, nice.
Got tongue tied there. Where I help people with, or really adults with anxiety, relationship issues, and trauma. Just hire some folks, and we kind of do like a little Christian little standpoint on things if people want that, but
Yeah.
they don't. By all means, you don't have to have that.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing for like the last 2 years.
Okay.
3 years coming up this year. Yeah, 3 years.
Well, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice. I was actually going to school for human and social services.
Okay.
To
What happened?
be life.
Okay.
Life,
Get it.
man. So this is kind of why I'm glad to have you on the show. So
Okay.
when a reason I was going to UMKC and
Oh, I had a scholarship there.
really,
Yeah, I didn't go.
you could have been a roo. Kangaroos.
Went to Mizzou. I'm a tiger.
I was a tiger in high school. That was my. I roared like Simba.
This dude. This guy.
But no, right. Listen, so I lived with my uncle and my aunt. Now my uncle was actually my uncle.
Mhm.
My aunt is because they're married. So my uncle is my grandmother's brother.
Okay.
So he's my great uncle.
Mm-hmm.
But so he was this thug his entire life. He earned the name Duke because he fought a lot. And so all of my life growing up, this dude was like somebody that you didn't want to fuck with. I never even talked to this dude when I was younger because I was scared of him, given all the stories that I heard from my mom and my aunts and stuff. So, I mean, clearly now I'm older. I think I was 20, 24, 25 when I went to UMKC. And yeah, I was 24, turning 25 because my daughter was born 4 days before my 25th birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
wait, what's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Oh,
she's
Lord.
a Virgo. No, not a Virgo. What's that?
Virgo.
Leo.
Oh.
She's a Leo. Yeah. Oh, Virgo. No, Virgo.
I was
It's right.
saying
Yeah, Virgo. Yeah, Virgo. So I'm living with him and it's like, oh, this is cool. Everything was great because of we never had I mean, I always knew he was Uncle Duke, like, so it's like, oh man, that's cool. I could live with my Uncle Duke and well, Uncle Duke was still crazy.
Ooh, crazy how?
So look, I mean, dude, he was in his 60s. Now he done spent 30 years easily of his life in prison. So he's got that mentality, but I was young, so I didn't think of it as that way. I mean, he's my uncle, so in my mind, family trumps all, and so he would, things were cool. He made me pay him rent, and I'm like, well, damn, that's kind of fucked up, but I understand. I mean, if my nephew come from out of town, man, you ain't got to pay me no fucking rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going to school, bro. Like, motherfucker, get your education.
How much was rent?
Was it 300? 350. It was 350 for me to live with him and his wife, which is my aunt. 350.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, damn, that's kind of fucked up. But I mean, because I wouldn't do it, man. If my little sister, her oldest son is 18. And if my 18-year-old nephew said he wanted to live with me, hey man, go get a job and I'm gonna help you maintain.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta pay me no fucking rent. And if I do choose to pay me rent, I'm gonna save that money for when you decide to leave. Hey, guess what? You might not know, but in your mind, you're paying rent.
Yeah.
But when you go to leave on your own, here's all of that money that you pay me.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That's who I am.
Yeah.
My uncle is not. So he was a motherfucker that thought that everybody was out to get him or some sort. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't know And at 60, he walked with a limp, and he was he old. I'll fuck you up, dog. I'll rush you and I'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? If it
Yeah.
ever came to that thing. Well, I was going to school and I didn't have a job, so clearly I got behind in rent.
Mhm.
And I went home. I came back to St. Louis
Mhm.
because my daughter was born, clearly, so I needed to see my kid, but I also wanted to just see my friends who I hadn't seen in a while.
Right.
And I came back and he was sitting on a couch cleaning a Uzi.
Oh.
Yeah, cleaning a Uzi. And as I'm walking through the house, I said, "What's up, Unc?" And he said, "Boy, if you wasn't my nephew, I'd put this pistol in your mouth." With no fucking hesitation.
Wow.
With no hesitation. Like, that was the craziest shit, bro. Like, dude, you are somebody that I looked up to
Yeah.
heavily.
Mhm.
Like, heavily.
Mhm.
This dude had my utmost respect. And it was never in my mind to cross that man after all the shit I heard about him.
Right.
It was never in my mind to cross him.
Right.
And you told your nephew that, bro. Your sister's daughter, son.
Yeah.
Bro, like, that was crazy as fuck. And I was like, I can't fucking sleep like that. I can't do shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what he did was he was like, "Hey man, let me use your phone." And he took my phone and he didn't give it back. And I'm like, "Bro, can I have my phone?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna make you be uncomfortable like I'm uncomfortable."
What?
What the fuck does that mean?
What?
Yes. Real shit. Real shit. This is what I went through trying to go to school to better myself. I was told that. And
Okay.
then he proceeded to tell me that he put that pistol in my mouth if I wasn't his nephew. I'm like, wow, bro. Like, that's aggressive. And now I can't sleep. I can't fucking sleep in
Right.
no situation like that.
Yeah.
And I ain't no bitch, so I ain't gonna go tell my auntie, "Oh, he said this." I ain't call home to tell my auntie, "Oh, he sold me this, blah, blah, blah." He fucked himself though, because I did. I went and I called police. I ain't had no money to get home.
Mm.
I like I said, I wasn't working.
Yeah.
I was going to school. So I couldn't just pick up and go home. And so like I walked out or walked down to the gas station because I didn't have a phone. He took my fucking phone and I couldn't find it. So the police came. I was like, "Hey man, look, that dude got a gun in there and he talking about he gonna kill me."
Mm.
And so they didn't find the gun. He hit him in the floorboard somewhere. I
Mm.
mean, he a thug, so he knew,
Right.
the shit. So
Yeah.
because they didn't find nothing. So I was like, "All right, well, y'all stay here while I get my shit out."
Mm.
So I got my shit out and I waited for my, not my mom, one of my friends to wire me some money
Mhm.
so I can get home.
Mm.
So I left. I basically dropped out of school type shit and I left. And I'm like, all right, well, that's it. And so he called which would be his oldest niece, his first niece, because it was his sister's kid, oldest
Mhm.
kid, my auntie. And when somebody fuck up, they didn't already know, because they call apologizing and saying some shit, you know what I'm saying, trying to
Correct.
explain themselves.
Correct.
And so he called her speaking on that shit. And I'm like, man, fuck that nigga. Fuck him. Bro, I have zero respect for you in my life. Man, you can't fucking tell me no shit like that. So, yeah, I was upset. And my mama got married. May God rest her soul. She got married in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the person to give her away. And in my mind, it was still fuck that nigga. I ain't give a fuck about him.
Yeah.
I could have busted him upside his motherfucking head
Mm-hmm.
and not thought twice about it. Because if you feel that way about me, bro, You can die in my face. I ain't gonna fucking piss on fire to put you out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you call me your nephew, motherfucker. I never in my life say that. I whoop my nephew's ass on some shit, but I never threaten him in no manner to, I'll put this pistol in your mouth.
Right.
If you wasn't my nephew. You ain't have to say that part.
Right. Right.
You ain't have to say that part, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and that's why I couldn't finish school. And I mean, of course I had my daughter. And so I was coming home, almost every other weekend trying to be a father anyway. So my focus wasn't even on school anymore, which sucked. So I had to get up out of it. And I couldn't finish school, but being a social worker is something because I come from inner city and I lived life with, not knowing where I would get my next meal and not having hot water, not having electric, living by an extension cord from the bottom floor to get lights in your apartment, bro. That's some tough shit. That's some tough shit. Like,
it is.
The closest people in my life don't know that about me.
Wow. Well, everybody knows now.
They know listening. Now. Yeah, they know now. But the closest people in my life don't know that about me because I don't talk about it. You'll never know about it because I smile like in my mind, everybody has their own problems. So I don't use my problems. I hear people talk about some shit and I'm like, boy, fuck, I wish that was my problem. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing in life?
Right.
So, but I mean, that's what life is, and that's what my life has been. But here I am today,
here we are,
35 and got a 10-year-old and
Jesus.
And brand new owner of a fucking company. I started my own company. So
you started from the bottom, now you're here.
I am here.
I mean, that's good.
Shout out to Drake.
I know, right?
Shout out to Drake.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think you're a success story, right? So you can get out here and tell your story of the struggle, right? And then show people like, the nigga, I made it.
Yeah. Facts.
Like, nothing's wrong with that.
Yeah.
Would you talk about your story now?
I would. I would tell my story to people that have been in my situation. I don't care to tell my story to people who have never known what the struggle was about. Because you can't what is it? Correlate? Is that the word? Kind of.
Yeah, we can roll with that.
Yeah, we can roll with that, right? So you can't correlate with my story. Your life is not like mine. You've had opportunities and shit, and I didn't. Like, I seriously, I'm still paying on credit shit that my mom had. My mom passed away in August. It's all good. Like, I've been dealing with it.
The therapist in me is coming now. How have you been dealing with your grief?
With a therapist.
Well, hey, listen, most Black people, and I love us, but they feel like they can do it on their own and not get that extra help, or they rely on God and be like, well, God is my source. That's cool, but God also gave, people, to help you. Hence why we have doctors, chiropractors, EMS, all
That's
that
what
good
you
stuff.
are here for.
Hey, listen. So I try to tell people that, like, you need to get more than just, Jesus. You need to get more than just, talking to yourself. You need to get more than just your friends, right?
Yeah.
You need to get a freaking professional.
Some point, right?
At some point. Like, and they're there to help. Like, I went to school for too long not to help you. And I had to go through a lot of training. I had to take some tests that I failed once and I had to take it again. Like, a lot of training, a lot of money.
Yeah.
I got to pay Missouri just to get my license renewed soon. It's the 20th. Yeah, soon.
Yeah, right?
So, like we as professionals, like, we have to keep up with training and things of that nature. So it's not like, I went to school and that's it. No, I went to school, I had to take a test.
Right.
I got to get my license renewed. Like, Missouri makes sure that you have to have all these CEUs, blah, 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 blah. But needless to say, I'm glad you have a therapist.
Yeah.
Is she black?
They are not. Oh, actually, so the first guy was not. The second guy now is. He used to be a city cop for 15 years. So he's got some, he's got his foot in the game on
Okay.
a lot of shit. So, yeah.
So wait, I gotta ask another question.
Okay.
What made you stop going to the first therapist?
Because the second one, I'm doing an IOP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the first one was a talk therapist.
Yeah.
And it was cool. I didn't realize how much shit was actually eating at me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because once I started talking,
oh yeah, it comes out.
Shit, boy.
Yeah.
Like, damn. And then be like, you know what? You be talking, you be like, and then a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like
that word vomit, boy.
I'm trying to tell you, man. It's like a motherfucker got Tourette's. They just start speaking. Yeah. Man, so so I needed the IOP, and
so just to explain IOP to people, it's intensive outpatient therapy where you go three times a week for group.
Yeah,
3
times a week,
and you meet with a therapist as well, and it's a little higher level of care than outpatients, and it's like outpatient, then it's IOP. Sorry,
yeah.
Just want to make sure that people know.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. That's why we got you here for.
Hey, I used to be a director of an IOP, so I know
did you?
What that is. Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh,
yeah,
well.
I used to work with kids, and
did you? And
we're
gonna talk on that, so don't jump ahead of me real quick. Don't jump ahead of me. We're gonna talk about it. I want to talk about it because I've been there.
Okay.
But yeah, so I've been seeing the therapist, and then like I said, I'm paying for shit that my mom did, and then now I'm paying for shit that my dad did still, but he is now helping out.
Yeah.
My mom's dead, and now I have to, go through that.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. It's like I realized that in therapy, I'm like, she's dead and still costing me money.
Who?
Like, bro, a lot. I had to pay for my mother's funeral. She didn't have life insurance, so I had to clear out my 401k, which wasn't much.
Yeah.
And then my second to baby sister helped with some money, and then my aunt helped with some money, and that was it. We didn't really get a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And this Facebook group, the end is near, so let's drink beer. They started a GoFundMe page.
Okay.
Without me not even knowing, and they helped. So there was 4 sources to pay for my mother's funeral.
Yeah.
And so that was that. But I just hate that I had to still pay for shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, you're dead and you still cost me money. Like that's something that ate at me.
That's deep.
Yeah, like a motherfucker.
Yeah, like for real. Like I think as children, we expect our parents to have quote unquote their shit together.
Yes.
Right. And when they don't, it's like, well, you told me to have my shit together.
Yeah, but you ain't got your shit together.
Exactly. So yeah, I totally get that. Like how you had to pay for a funeral. Like you just like, yo, like you ain't got life insurance.
Ain't in my life ain't never had to plan for nobody's funeral. And yet here I am. Her first kid, her oldest kid, and I have to pay for a funeral.
And doing something that you never done before, right?
My God. I had to lean on my sister Brandy. Shout out to you, baby girl. I love you to the death of me. You always got my heart straight up. She was the rock of all of this. Like she never lost her cool, and I don't know how she fucking did it. I swear to God, I don't, because it was a lot. I was like, Brandy, you got to do this. You got to do this. I couldn't do it.
Hey, snacks.
I couldn't do it. Snacks. Hey, man, my keyboard is fucked.
Is it Apple?
Bro, what the fuck?
Oh, it's not flipped over. That's what it is. It's not flipped over.
Yeah, I can't. Look, you can't even hear this. Hear this. Hear that. That's what I got.
God damn it. My God. Shit.
I don't even know. I found this out later.
Oh, these taste like crack. Oh my God.
Is that a good thing?
They are so good.
a real dealer?
These are so good.
Man,
Oh my God.
that's fucking hilarious. Can we?
I don't know how to fix it, guys.
Okay, we've been without it, so fuck it. It's going you're gonna have to add some claps and shit.
Shit, I've got to send this shit back home.
Yeah, you gonna really have to edit this motherfucker.
I can lie to you, I will if I ain't.
Oh man,
Keep going.
Yeah,
snacks.
Yeah,
crack snacks.
Crack snacks. But yeah, so my sister Brandy, she was the rock of my mother's death for me, and she is eating both of them.
You know how Mike while she chewing. When she ready to talk, unmute it.
So I don't know how to do that.
Look at number 2 at the bottom.
Yeah,
you hit the button.
Oh, there you go. I got you. Okay. Now, there we go.
You do the same. Yeah, so you good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that was that. My sister Brandy, she really helped through. But yeah, paying for shit that my parents did, and now here I am in life at 35. Trying to plan for my daughter to have her first car at 16 because of something that Jay-Z had said in his last album, generational poverty, trying to stop that. And as Black people, as a whole, all we know is generational poverty. We not helping our kids do anything. When your parents tell you that they want you to pay rent to live back home, you gotta fucking pay rent, and they doing something extra with that. They're not saving that for you for when you do move out again and give it to you. They're not. They're teaching you. Oh, you just need to pay rent, but you really not gonna get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? So generational poverty is. I'm trying to get away from that. So I'm doing everything that I can to try to help my daughter be better in life and be better prepared. Because I don't want her to go through the things that I went through. But,
I think you're already trying to break that generational curse, right?
Yeah, straight.
Like by teaching your daughter, like, no, we're gonna have our shit together. So
we got to.
I think you already starting that process, which is great.
Yeah.
So then now you're teaching her the things that you wish you will learn, and I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm doing my best, but so we got all the way there. But I want to be a social worker, and because of what I've been through in my life. But that's why we have you here today, because
I'm here.
I want to kind of pick your brain about some things and
pick it.
See
Let's go.
how you got going on.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I got some snacks. I'm good.
Clearly.
Hey, yo, like these extra cheesy Cheez-Its.
Man, and I love it. I can't even be mad about it. I can't even be mad. But okay, so here we go. That damn fly.
That fly came back.
Yes, that fly is back. We gotta get. Hey, where's maintenance at? Can we get?
What a fly swatter.
Oh my god. That's crazy. So, anywho, right? Mm-hmm. So, as I was telling you, you dealt with adults, right? You said that's your...
Yeah. In the private practice, I deal with adults. When I first started, I worked with children. I worked at what I want to call it, a therapeutic school. Right?
Okay.
Did that for a while. Like I said, then I did some supervisory stuff where I worked with some foster care kids, and then they lost the grant, and so I had to go find me another job.
Yeah.
And I did some insurance work. And then while I was working there, this is all at the same agency. And then while I was at the insurance place, someone came to me. They wanted me to be a director of an IOP with kids. And I was like, sure, if it's more money. And they said it was. And so I went, and I was there until I left in 2019.
Yeah. Okay.
I was there like, is that right?
Yeah.
Sometime. It was 5 years I was there. So
okay.
So yeah, got a plethora. And I also used to be a teacher. That was a thing at one point. I'm not that old, even though people think I.
I
And I
mean,
started to listen off
with your
my.
credentials, yeah, you know,
Now I
like
started listening to it. Like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm
yeah.
only 36, so I ain't did that much, but
Oh my
yeah,
God.
but yeah, worked with kids like literally all the way up until I quit. 3 years ago.
So, what did you learn about the adults that basically mimic the kids?
Hmm. I was just gonna say adults are like really big children.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing I do notice about adults is that a lot of stuff come from childhood,
Yeah.
right? So the stuff that I work with the kids, like to
Uh-huh.
kind of get them straight and hoping that they grow up to be model citizens.
Yeah.
Those are the adults that I end up dealing with who didn't deal with their shit when they were younger.
Okay.
So it's a lot of that, especially when it comes to relationships.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I can believe that.
Like just how people, they have like these expectations and these unrealistic rules that they make for themselves. Like I have,
Right.
especially women, don't do that. Wait, hold up.
I don't even know what this
you don't
is,
even know
but
the
we
place.
got this. I don't even know why that's there, but that's what we. Oh my Lord!
Don't do that to us.
Mm.
Y'all know it's female special. We special.
Man, y'all special as a motherfucker.
But you love us.
I can live without you. All the toys that they have.
Oh Lord.
I can live without you.
You're doing too much.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, you know what? Shit happens. Anyway, back on
Anyway.
subject.
Back to what I was saying. No, like women, like they have like these expectations of like, oh, I'm supposed to be married by 35 with like 18 kids. It's just like, nah, you 34. It's not gonna happen. So be okay with where you are, in life and just let things happen the way they're supposed to. And, a lot of times people struggle with anxiety, especially when it comes to relationships and, the trauma, if they had some stuff that happened in their past and stuff like that.
So now we finna get a little deep real quick.
Oh snap!
So listen, in my IOP program, I am not gonna ever list names. So there is a lot of self-doubt within the people that are in that group.
Okay.
And so in my mind, like is it with your knowledge, is it because that I grew up in a black background where you had to prove yourself at an early age? Think about it, right? In a black background, we were always at competition with people. So you kind of learned really quick to be confident in yourself compared to the white, the Caucasians, and like where their, confidence is morally based on their childhood in a sense, because it's like you are really into something that should not matter at 25 or 30. Like, sweetheart, you have some issues, or sir, you really need to get some counseling at a point. Like, is it because of our backgrounds that's the way it is? Because something that a typical white person would say, which I mean that it sounds racist, but it's not, because you have your high class white people and then you have your middle class of white people. So we fit in with the middle class of white people being black people. So what white people think is dramatic or traumatizing in a black life, you're just like, dude, what? Like that's all you're mad about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I done it. I've seen it in my life. I moved out of my mom's house at 13, so I can wholeheartedly say that I've seen this go through. It's like, bro, I'm sleeping on your couch. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're bitching about something small.
Yeah.
But here I am at 13 sleeping on your couch.
Yeah.
So that I can make sure I graduate high school type shit. Like, so I mean, is that just me and what I've seen, or from your knowledge has it been that the Caucasians that have been through that. I'm sorry, I kind of got into that. I got tongue tied or something. But you get what I'm saying, like.
So let me make sure I got the question. So you're trying to see if cultural people growing up, in
Yes.
different cultural backgrounds, does that matter with self-doubt?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
It's got to be, right? I think
so. I think it is that how people grow up, right? If how you grew up is different from how I grew up, and
Yeah.
we're black,
right, exactly.
So my family was very middle class. Dad had a great job at MasterCard, and my mom, she did some secretary work, and
Nice.
they were
Yeah.
able to provide. Like your struggle, I can't relate.
Right,
Like
right,
I don't
yeah.
have that. But at the end of the day, like since we grew up two different styles, two different ways,
Uh-huh.
2-parent household, you had one, you moved out at 13. I ain't moved out to 18 when I went to Mizzou. It's gonna be different, the parents that I had, they instilled in me like, you're great, you're awesome, you don't need no man for nothing, blah 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 blah, and whereas you got that from maybe not your parents, maybe from an older sibling, or
I was the oldest, but
or an older family member,
yeah.
or even teachers at school, so your source came from something different,
Right.
So even with us, yeah, like I grew up with self-confidence, whereas you had to learn that because you probably have not been taught that,
Yeah.
or anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I won't even say it's a black and white issue. I would just say it's a how you grew up, like
cultural.
yeah, culturally,
yeah, because
your
like
nature, like the nurture nature thing, so all of that,
because there's I got a couple of white friends that grew up in basically the mud too. You know what I'm saying? And they just still had it better with resources and whatnot. Given,
absolutely,
given from what I did, but like that's just always been something just trying to go through, because it's like, man, some of the things that people talk about, when I hear people just talk about their problems, it's like, man, I could say a lot of shit that would make you think completely different about life, and you sit here and wonder why the hell I'm smiling in your face still.
Yeah, and I think what's that quote? Like, someone always got it worse than you, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's very true. Like I can think about some stuff I'm going through right now, and I'm listening to you. I'm like,
no, maybe it's not so bad.
Maybe it's not so bad, and I think sometimes people, and I see this a lot with people who do struggle with anxiety, because I'm one of them people. Like, we make our problems bigger than what they are, right? And we get in our head, we overanalyze, and it's like the world is over. And it's like, it's really not. So I think that has a lot to do with it too. It has a lot to do with what people are struggling with. It's just a lot, and just be nice to everyone, because you never know what people are struggling with.
Right. So I kind of want you to analyze me.
Oh Lord.
A little bit, right? Because let me tell
I
you.
need a pen and paper.
No, not really. No, because of the way I was raised and the way I grew up, I'm less empathetic about situations, especially like situations that are not something that you can really control. Like,
yeah.
So I'll look at it and I'm like, oh man, we need to move on from this. Like, we can get over this, like, really quick. But it really bothers other people because they haven't been in that situation, and I've been in that situation a time or two before, and you know what I'm saying. So I feel like why must I move on so quick? Is it because that I don't want to like drown on the hurt that it caused? Like, think about it. Like, it could be that, oh, I've been through this, I don't want to fucking go through this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's move on. Can we move on and keep it moving? But to this other person, it's very like downing, and I'm like, oh, I can be comforting and consoling for a little bit, but then it's like, all right, fuck, we got to
Yeah.
move. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know why I do that.
And you
That's
want me
what
to tell
I
you why?
do.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, I do.
You're
On
like,
live
this
on
is why
action.
you're here.
In live action right here. I want to know. I kind of want to get some stuff about myself because I can't really get it from, other people.
Yeah.
Your friends, they kind of, they're straight up with you, but they don't want to hurt you, so they kind of hold off on it. You know what I'm saying? So you're new, you don't know me.
I don't
This
know
ain't gonna
you.
do anything
Okay.
to our relationship, but make it better.
Hopefully.
Yes.
So, okay. So, first thing I thought of was, because you say that you're not empathetic to people's situation. Is it that you're not empathetic or you're not sympathetic?
So I'm okay. I'm sympathetic, but then it's like, okay, oh, that's cool. Now let's move on
Okay. So, what makes you want to move on?
because I feel like it's just I've been there, so I guess I'm like, okay, it's not that crazy. So let's move on and get through life because Tupac's my favorite rapper, and life goes on. So shit's got to keep moving regardless of what's happened. If we're alive, life got to keep moving, and that's how I feel. And I'm trying to understand why, though.
No, I mean, I think that's true in some sense. If a friend is bringing you a problem and you're not there to listen, right? Because it sounds like you like, oh, okay. So the Cardinals play tonight.
Well, not so much of that way. I do offer. I have a lot of experiences in life. Like seriously, like I have a lot of experiences that it's like, man, if somebody else goes through this, it's like, all right, here's what I can tell you, and then that's it. Because I feel like I've been through it, so I feel in my mind it's like something that I can easily just let go and just try to move on. I think I don't know a word for it, but I feel like
It
it's
almost
a
sounds like you can't sit with a person and just let them be.
I haven't
Yeah.
because of what I've been through. I think I've lost a lot of people. My mom had almost until the day she died, she had a coffee table full of obituaries of people that we knew personally. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, this is something. And so, like, I want to
can you
get through
not
it.
get close to people? I'm sorry, I cut you
I
off.
can get close. I want to get close.
But
I want to get close as fuck. Like,
yeah,
my friends, like everybody. I've always been a kind of person. I've always been the person that says I would rather something happen to me than to happen to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that's all. It's all something that I still try to figure out. Is like, why am I that person? Why am I?
It's something about the hurt, right? So something about, if someone's telling you something and then you're just like, well, yeah, do this. And then, you're kind of like, let's just move on from this. It's something about that hurt and pain. I don't know. It's almost like you don't want to feel it and you don't want to sit there with them in that, and just let them be. You're a social worker. I'm telling you now, you have to sit with people.
I know. And I agree that I would. And I would be okay with that. But I think just
Would you?
I don't know. I haven't.
You have never done it.
Yeah, but nobody's ever done it for me either.
See, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere.
Hey, get her off the cameras. Get her
off. Since no one's done it for you, you don't even know what it looks like, right?
You probably right. But I'll kick a motherfucker out. Like I'll tell them, no, I'm good. I'll leave people at distance because, like I said before, everybody has problems. So I don't want my problem to be another problem that you have to worry about.
But your problem is important
To me, yes.
to anybody. I mean,
But would it be though?
to anybody that will listen, right? So, like those people that are close to you, if you were to go to them and be like, "Hey, I got this issue," I'm sure they'll sit there and listen, right? So, I think you're telling yourself, like, I'm not important. My problem's not important to other people. It's only important to me, and that's
It's
not
only
true.
important to me,
And that's not true. That's like that's that unrealistic rule, right? That you made for yourself, that expectation, and it's just like, yo, that's not true. Like, is that really true?
I don't know. I know I've said it. I've just kind of like said it as like I don't want to take people away from their families. So no matter what I'm going through, if Marcus got a wife and kids, for my problem, I don't want to take him away from.
But that's his choice, though.
Please take me away. First of all, how y'all let me get a wife and a kid? Put some bodies on me.
Wait, the kid was more than enough, but the wife? Hold on, motherfucker.
Whoa.
See, this is why.
You want student loan? Don't give me no wife and no kids.
Ow! Holy shit! Did y'all hear that? Whew. Anywho,
Foolishness. Just foolishness.
Yes, he is. Oh my God.
But like I was saying, that's Marcus' decision, though. You can't make that decision for him.
I made it for all of my friends.
Yeah, that's the problem. So why are you not being vulnerable?
I don't know.
That's why I asked.
Because it hurts, goddamn it.
Is that what it is? I mean, could it be
I'm
that
not
it's
vulnerable. That shit is hurt. That's pain. I seen this shit. Ooh, that looks horrible. That vulnerability. Ooh, no.
nah.
But on the other side, happy. Also on the other side of vulnerability. So it's like, ooh, I'm a good gambler though.
So I've been vulnerable, right? There's
When?
There's 2 people.
Okay.
That I've been vulnerable to. Well, 3 technically.
Uh-huh.
I didn't count the one because she's my sister, so I don't count her as outside people. I count her as something that should be there, you know. But 3, I've been vulnerable to 3 people.
Okay.
Full out tears.
Okay.
Fucking like this motherfucking cut me deep. You know what I'm saying? So I've been there, you know, but I still don't. I don't know.
So when you were vulnerable with those people, how did that feel?
I don't know.
Were you like embarrassed? Were you like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening? Like, did you freak out?
Both. I didn't freak out. I don't freak out. That ain't. Oh shit! I gotta go. You don't talk to me. No. I've been vulnerable where I just like, damn. I straight cried in front of my dude, and I'm like, oh shit.
Snot bubbles too.
It ain't get that deep. I don't think it got that deep.
It was the little sniffles.
The sniffles and the long pause in your chest when you cry.
To clear your thought. I'm good. I had sun in my eye. Sun in my eye.
See, that's what it is.
So it wasn't a full out vulnerability. It was like I'm crying, but I mean, I don't want y'all to see me though.
I mean, but they knew the situation. So they knew why I was in that vulnerable state.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody's there, but people don't know my story because I don't want to let them know my story.
I know. You said that earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like people don't know my story because I never told it. And here you are telling it.
I'm not really telling it. It's bits and pieces. That's how it is. Like
I peep game, you know. I've seen this. So this is I get it, you know, and I think for you, it's learning how to be vulnerable. It's not, you know, saying these things like, "Oh, I don't want to take anybody away from their family," you know.
I don't though. Like I feel like because I'm a big person on. But family is very.
That's their choice. You can't take someone's choice away from them.
I don't give them one.
Exactly. That's control. And maybe something that's going towards your anxiety.
I mean, would you think it's going to? I don't necessarily have anxiety. I think I go through. I get through.
I would
You
never
know.
diagnose you with anxiety, but
Yeah.
I think it's a spectrum for everything, right? It's a spectrum for depression. It's a spectrum from anxiety. It's a spectrum for ratchetness. For me, it's levels.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just struggle with some sort of anxiety, whether it's a little bit or whether it's you need some meds. So I think it's levels to this shit with anything. And so that's why when I tell people like, yo, like I think you're struggling with anxiety, they were like, I don't need to be diagnosed. I'm like, it's not about diagnosing.
Yeah.
It's really about the symptoms that you're showing and how they show up and the intensity of that.
Yeah.
I was like, you can be a level 1 in my mind, you can be a level 1 anxiety and that mug can go all the way up to 10. So
Yeah.
that's I think it's a spectrum for everything. Like you could be a level 1 hoe or you can be a level 10 hoe, right?
Level 10 is quite aggressive.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like,
yeah, I get you.
And I'm just like, it is what it is, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you struggle with something, why not work on it?
I do though. So, because I told my therapist, I was telling him my dude T, like, I met this dude playing kickball, and
Wait, do you play kickball at Tower Grove?
I do. I do. I met him playing kickball, and his kids call me Uncle RJ.
Oh.
Now, you know what I'm saying? It's the craziest thing, but I know dude love the fuck out of me. I love the fuck out of him. But I don't want to. I know he got family. He got the kids and he got a wife now. And they got that shit. So I don't want to be taking him from that. And that's because in my mind, family is precious as fuck because I never really had one. And I definitely don't have one now. You know what I'm saying? So I take family very serious, and I don't want you to lose any minute of it because it's like, man, if I had what you had, yeah, you take it for granted in a sense because you're like, oh man, fucking kids, they're getting on my nerves, the wife, or she thinks, oh, he would never watch the kids, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So it can go either way, but you take it for granted. But for a guy like me who's never had that family, it means a lot to me that you have it. So I want you to enjoy it. So I don't want to take it out for a problem. Now, if I was like on a process of thinking of killing myself, then yeah, I would call somebody because I feel like I don't want to do it that bad. I just want somebody to be there for me type shit. It's a different situation. So if I don't feel that it's serious enough to call Marcus in the middle of the night, say, man, I just need to talk. Then it ain't that bad. So I leave it alone.
So you just minimize your problem.
In a sense, I do.
Yeah.
But it's still like eats at my fucking head. I'm like, man, ain't nobody here. You know what I'm saying? Because I won't let nobody be here. Like, what the fuck are you doing, stupid?
Right. So you still pretty convincing yourself that you're not important.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I do it. That's what I do. But family is a big thing. Like, all my friends, if they had families, they would think I'd be jealous because they had money or they had the hottest girlfriend. Man, them bitches ain't shit, first of all. And your money ain't shit. I might not have it, but that's how I feel. But your family, having your family makes me jealous. I'm jealous of your family. Motherfucker, I ain't jealous of anything you got.
So this is a RJ problem, right?
Is it though? Like, I'm jealous because somebody has a family and they take it for granted.
Yeah, it's an RJ problem.
Damn.
It is. Like, you might want to process that with your therapist, sir.
Damn, that's aggressive. That aggressive?
No, I mean, it really is. I think because of that, your thinking around that is stopping you from having maybe even better relationship with your friends who have families, right? Where you could just be like, hey Marcus, I know you got a wife and kids and student loans. You know,
He's not loving it.
he's not
But
loving it
that's
at
what
all.
we're gonna be the rest of the night,
This
guys.
is what you are. So it be one of those things
DBN Nation.
it be one of those things like, Marcus, I know you got a wife and kids. I know you got some things to do, but if you do have time to talk to me, I would greatly appreciate it. He can say yay or nay. Like, you're giving him that choice to do that. You just can't cut his legs under him and just be like, fuck it.
So that is where my problem is.
Okay.
Because if I ask him and he is busy, then in my mind it's like, see, this is why I don't fucking do it in the first place.
Again, that's an RJ problem.
Man, that ain't some shit. That ain't some shit.
It is. That's your shit that you gotta work on.
Man, but that's crazy though, right? Isn't that like a sign?
A sign of what?
Like, everybody has a sign from God. They were like, if this goes wrong, then we probably shouldn't do it. It looks like your gut instinct or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't everybody have that? Or that's just me. I ain't the only motherfucker. Be like, if I think that if I don't want to do something, and God gives that sign happens, he don't answer. Or let's say,
I think it's a way out.
If I want to do something and I see like a crash, or I see, police pull somebody over, be like, oh shit, okay. And then you see something else, like a car accident detouring your route to this house. You're like, you don't want to be like, oh shit, well, that's enough signs for me. I'm gonna go home. Because is that a mind thing? Like, I
think it's a way out, especially if you don't want to do it. Like, because your first thing you said was, if it's something that you don't want to do, and then all this stuff start happening. Yeah, you can tell yourself, this is why, because I don't want to do this shit anyway.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, if it was the other way around, like something that you do want to do, you'd be like, you know what, all these obstacles, I'm going to go through them.
Damn. Analyze. 56. Did you hear that?
Can you come on now?
I said 56.
Okay.
Goro. Hey, listen here. Okay, I got you. You wanna fuck with me? Anyway, Mellissa.
Yes.
So, kids and adults are basically the same. And
I think so.
You think so? With your expertise of dealing with them, you think that an adult's problem has a majority to do with their childhood?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally. So
I'm not gonna say totally, because it's a couple out there that don't.
Yeah.
But a good chunk of them, definitely. I do think that a lot of things develop in childhood, like attachment issues and things of that nature. So yeah.
Could it be things can be manufactured though, right? Between the way that their childhood, the way they were raised, and then they grown to see a different side of things, right? So it can. So I mean, I guess all of that would play a part in the person's livelihood and life of what they do.
Yeah, I do think that things can definitely change, right? I'm not saying like once you have anxiety, you always have anxiety. No,
Yeah.
I think you have to like actively work on a lot of things to get yourself to change. The brain is neuroplasticity. That is the word of when it comes to trauma, where you can change like these brain waves and stuff, and change how you think and change all this stuff, and where the brain is like literally like you can change those like the dividends and all that. Like, I don't know all those science words, because I went to school for therapy, not science. And so but basically the brain can change.
Yeah.
Right? And so it doesn't have to stay the same. That's just from research, right?
Okay.
So in my mind, the brain, you can change anything. You don't have to be anxious all the fucking time. You don't have to, always have like this trauma going on.
I said that because I used to be a heavy drinker.
Mm-hmm.
and I stopped. So like January, I would stop drinking the whole month of January, just to prove to myself that I could stop drinking.
Yeah.
And I would I got sick like 3 times in 1 month.
Like
and it didn't,
like the flu sick?
Yeah, like I
Okay.
was fucking dope sick, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Dope sick. Like, all I knew, if I'd have fucking just drank a Jack and Coke, all that shit would have went away. I'd have never had to worry about it. I didn't realize that I was that much of a drinker. And I would tell myself, I would tell everybody, oh, I'm not drinking a lot. I'm having fun. It's okay.
Minimizing.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I'm going to use that. Fucking minimizing.
Like,
man, that's what it is. And, I realized that I was a fucking drunk. And I'm like, oh, damn, I really am. I got sick as fuck.
Yeah.
But in my mind,
you were literally detoxing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did that myself, though. Yeah. Willpower, I guess, right? So, yeah, like, it was crazy. I don't know.
No, usually people that detox, they do it in an environment like an hospital. Like when they do get sick, like it be people sick out their ass, like straight throwing up everything. I used to work at a hospital too. Got too many jobs.
Yeah.
But I mean, they be sick out their ass. They had to get this medication. I forgot the name of it, just so they can stop throwing up and all this other stuff. So you literally detox.
By myself though.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're a badass for that. Like, for real.
That's wild. That's willpower though. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Like I did. So I do it every year. Every January 1, I don't drink.
January 1 to
January or February 1st.
Okay.
I don't drink.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So listen. Thank you for coming on. I love your input on things. I love how you viewed me
as a minimizer.
A minimizer. That's what I am. I'm minimizing my problems. So, are you on any social media? Can my fans know where to find you?
Yeah, let me think of all my handles. Facebook, I'm Mellissa Webb. Also Purposeful Counseling. Instagram is something.
It's something.
I think it's M_Webb LPC or something like that. I got a website. Hey, I know that one. Purposefulcounseling.org. That's it. I don't do those other ones. I'm too old.
That's good.
I can't do a Twitter.
That's
I can't do a Snap.
I got into it. They tried to get me into the TikTok business. I thought that was the stupidest stuff. I made like 3 videos that had already been in place. Oh shit. 3 videos that had already been in place. Real quick, this chick I was messing around with in Kansas City.
Oh.
She came. I was going to school out there. So this happened in that.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I went to I met this chick on some dating website, and
it was probably Tinder.
Nah, was it that then? That was back in like 2012, so it wasn't Tinder, right?
I don't know.
I don't either. But look. So this chick, I go to her house. She's like, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm hungry. I can eat." She comes back, and she's got a sandwich. I'm like, "Oh shit!" I see something like this. I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm in here. I got me a nice little hamburger shit. I don't know. I didn't smell any hamburger cooking, but so I want to, as a person of conscientious decisions. I can't.
Oh, look at you! Come on.
That is. I was like, I look and see. I wanted to see what I was eating. And it was lettuce and tomato. And I was like, what is this? And she said, a BLT. I said, where is the bacon? She said, is that what the B stands for? Bitch, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. The B was for bread, bitch. No, what is you doing? Who taught you how to cook? Oh my God, I did never in my life. I left her alone.
I hope
Bitch, you
so.
can't make a BLT. Oh, you fucked up life. You fucked up life. So, anyways, yeah, I'm
Them
sorry,
KC
guys.
people different.
Yeah. Anywho, look, that was Mellissa Webb, everybody. That is
Yay.
Mellissa Webb. Sorry, we don't have any audience clapping because my editor decided to fuck me over. He fucked me over in this skid right here, so I'm hurt. But oh wait, let's see. Let me see. We gonna end. It's gonna be. This is it. All we missing is some incense and some weed and some dreads. and we. Oh wait, we do got incense over here. Listen. But let's. We can't give a round of applause. We can give a round of applause for Mellissa Webb. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So I want to thank you very much for coming on.
Thank
I
you
would
for
love to
having
have
me.
you
It was
again.
fun. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
always want to come back.
I think it was very eventful to learn about myself.
Minimizer.
Man, Jesus. We're going to leave that word out of the vocabulary of this podcast for the next
episode. The minimizer.
Oh, that's fucked up. My editor.
They call me editor. Oh, wow. I edit for your ass.
Hey, he gonna fuck this up, guys. I'm sorry. But listen, it's time to dock this boat. Thank you all for listening or watching. As always, thank you for your time this time and next time. And last but not least, spelled N-A-U-T. If y'all don't get it, it's a boat reference. This is the boat. If your dreams don't scare you, they're too small. Now go out and rock that boat.